Churchill in captivity, Colas in orbit, gold in a mammal's gut, and many more shockers in today's episode of The Twisted Quest. Skip this video, and you may never know what you don't know. Let's get started.
10.
Winston Churchill is remembered for his leadership of the United Kingdom during World War II and his powerful wartime speeches. But did you know that Churchill was once a prisoner of war? In 1899, during the Second Boer War, a 24-year-old Churchill was working as a war correspondent when he was captured by Boer forces and imprisoned in Pretoria. However, he managed to escape, scaling a 10-foot wall and slipping past guards. With only a few biscuits for sustenance and a makeshift map for navigation, he traversed hundreds of miles to finally reach British-held territory. In a delicious twist of fate, Churchill later returned to Pretoria, not as a prisoner, but as a liberator when British forces took the city.
9.
For decades, Pepsi and Coca-Cola battled for dominance on Earth. But did you know that in 1985, their rivalry extended to space? That year, Coca-Cola became the first soft drink to be consumed in orbit when astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger tested a specially designed zero-gravity can with a pressurized dispenser to prevent floating soda bubbles in microgravity. Not to be outdone, Pepsi rushed to create its own space can, which reportedly resembled a shaving cream container. Both soft drink cans made it to orbit, but Coca-Cola's worked better. The Space Cola Wars left one big question. Where next? With Mars exploration on the horizon, the battle for extraterrestrial refreshment may only be beginning.
8.
The spine-chilling shower scene in Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 film Psycho is considered one of the most iconic moments in cinema. But few know that the same movie also shattered a strict cinematic taboo. Believe it or not, Psycho was the first Hollywood film to show a toilet flushing. In one scene, the character of Marion Crane flushes a piece of paper down the toilet. Arguably, that one visual flushed away prevailing censorship rules that deemed the on-screen depictions of toilets too crude for audiences. Hitchcock deliberately included this scene in Psycho to challenge what he considered outdated norms. No wonder it marked a subtle yet groundbreaking moment in film history, which helped Hollywood move toward more realistic storytelling and modern filmmaking.
Action.
7.
Think the Michelin star system for fine cuisine was dreamed up by fussy food critics? Think again. You see, it's not a mere coincidence that Michelin also happens to be a famous brand of tires. In 1900, this French tire company launched a guide to encourage road travel. It featured maps, gas stations, and restaurant recommendations. By 1926, they introduced a star system for exceptional dining, and in 1931, expanded it to 3 stars. 1 for quality, 2 for excellence worth a detour, and 3 for exceptional cuisine worth a special journey. Over time, Michelin's star system became the gold standard for fine dining, influencing chefs and restaurants worldwide, and cementing its reputation as the ultimate benchmark in culinary excellence. Chew on that.
6.
If you thought Africa's Sahara Desert is a dry, lifeless expanse, there's another place on Earth that makes the Sahara appear lush in comparison. The Atacama Desert in Chile holds the title of Earth's driest non-polar desert, with some areas not having received any recorded rainfall for centuries. This extreme aridity is due to a double rain shadow effect. The towering Andes block moisture from the east, while the Chilean coast range stops oceanic humidity from reaching inland. Shockingly, microscopic organisms called extremophiles still thrive in the salt rocks of this parched wasteland. Atacama's Mars-like terrain has even made it a testing ground for NASA's rovers. So if you wish to visit the Red Planet someday, a trip to Atacama might work out cheaper and equally unpleasant.
5.
You might have heard the phrase, "the greatest thing since sliced bread." But do you know that it actually originated from the game-changing invention of sliced bread? Consider this. The electric toaster was patented in 1909, but it did not become a popular kitchen appliance for many years. Reason: toasting required manually slicing complete loaves of bread, which most people didn't enjoy. Enter Otto Frederick Rohvetter, who invented the bread slicing machine in 1928, making uniformly sliced bread widely available. By 1932, the popularity of pre-sliced bread and the convenience of drop-in pop-up toast made the toaster an indispensable kitchen appliance. Had it not been for sliced bread, maybe the electric toaster would have been toast long ago.
4.
Social media is exploding with memes these days, which might give you the impression that the word meme was coined by Generation Z. Fact check. It wasn't. It was actually coined by British evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins in his 1976 book, The Selfish Gene, to describe units of cultural transmission that spread and evolve like genes. Dawkins derived the term from the Greek word mime, meaning to imitate, but shortened it to meme for simplicity. Memes can be ideas, behaviors, catchphrases, or traditions that replicate through imitation. The concept later influenced fields like psychology, sociology, and internet culture. Interestingly, Dawkins never intended memes to refer to viral digital images, but the term has since evolved into a cornerstone of online communication.
3.
Megacities often shape history, but sometimes even a tiny village can change the world. Heard of Ytterbium? Probably not, but this small village in Sweden is the only place in the world to have inspired the names of 4 elements in the periodic table: Yttrium, Ytterbium, Erbium, and Terbium. The elements were first discovered in a mine in Ytterbium, where originally feldspar was extracted for porcelain production. Interestingly, several other elements such as holmium, scandium, thulium, tantalum, and gadolinium were also first identified here. The mine's rich deposits of rare earth minerals made it a hotspot for scientific discoveries. Today, Ytterbium has permanently secured its place in the history of chemistry.
2.
How's that? In cricket, a duck means getting out without scoring a run. But not all ducks are created equal. They come in various types. The dreaded golden duck happens when a batter is dismissed on the first ball they face. A silver duck follows on the second ball, and a bronze duck on the third. The diamond duck is dreadful, getting out without facing a legal delivery, maybe run out or timed out. Then there's the royal duck, an opening batter getting dismissed on the first ball of an innings, and its evil twin, the laughing duck, a batsman getting dismissed on the final ball of an innings. If a player gets 2 ducks in a test match, it's called a pair. And if both are golden ducks, it's a king pair. Just to be clear, players who don't get a chance to bat in an innings are not called sitting ducks.
1.
You might have heard of ambergris, a rare, waxy substance historically used in perfume making and traditional medicines, but you'll be disgusted to know where it comes from. Ambergris is produced as a protective secretion in the digestive system of sperm whales under certain conditions, and is then expelled by them in the form of feces. Some believe whales also regurgitate it as vomit, although scientists disagree. Fresh ambergris has a strong, unpleasant odor, which isn't surprising. But as it ages, it develops a sweet, musky fragrance, making it highly prized in perfumery. Historically, it was even used as a spice. Due to its rarity, ambergris has been valued as highly as gold. No wonder ambergris collectors were called marine treasure hunters. Which of these facts completely blew your mind? Drop a comment below. And if you're still hungry for more, check out this next video. It'll knock your socks off. But before that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode of The Twisted Quest. Stay curious, stay inspired.